What's poppin', guys? Welcome back to GardenStateBBQ. I'm Giuliano Ruggio, and on today's video we're going to be doing something super simple and super special because we're shooting episode 2 of the BBQ Classics, and we are going to be making some smoked beef brisket. Stay tuned. Alrighty folks, we have here a 16 or 17 pound roughly a whole packer brisket that I got from my local butcher. If you're wondering, it's a Chairman Reserve. I don't think, so it is part of the USDA certified program, but you know, it doesn't say whether it's prime or not, so I'm going to assume that it's probably a choice product. I've cooked them before, had good results, so let's open this up and get to trimming. Open this bad boy up. I tend to do a pretty aggressive trim with briskets. I end up using the trimmings anyway to do sausage or maybe a future burger video. Wink wink. Take this out, grab some paper towels here. Try and keep things nice and dry here. We'll start with this bottom side here. Kind of angling downward. I have a tray that I'll just put off to the side here to kind of hold our trimmings. Alright. Again. Just doing a nice backyard trim here. Again, scooping all this decal fat out of here. Alright. Typically don't go really all that crazy on this underside, but for the sake of the video, we'll really care to go too much more than that on this bottom side. I mean, it's all this little stuff. I mean, I'm gonna go fat cap up. This stuff I'm gonna lob off when I trim the other side. So, I mean, it's kind of where I'm gonna leave it on this bottom side for now, at least. Let's get this top side going here. I'm just gonna lob this all off. Straight down the side here. Nice straight edge along that side. This knife could definitely be sharper. Okay. Off here. Something like that. I'll just come straight down. Okay. So you can kind of see my mark here that I made. Nice curve to it. Any real sharp corners, just gonna round them off on this point side. Want to leave a nice little layer of fat on this, on the flat end, you know. Got some kind of hard stuff in here that I'm feeling. Let me kind of work to get some of that out. All right, I'm happy with that. Let's get this seasoned up and ready for the pit. We'll get this cleaned up here. Alrighty, we're all cleaned up. We're gonna go ahead and season this guy up. Starting off with some coarse salt. You know, I know it's a real art form for a lot of guys, and you know, the way you spread the salt's gotta be nice and even, but after the wrap and after it rests, you know, even if you're wrapping during the hot hold, it's gonna really distribute the salt throughout the meat. So Lowry's, and these containers are really full, it's hard to get them to fan the it's really hard to get them to fan the salt out or the seasoning out. I'm gonna throw some MSG on here. If you don't do MSG, just don't add it. But I'm gonna add it in there for that, you know, umami flavor, and that just give it a little bit of an enhancement, you know. Black pepper. Central Texas style. No binder. If you want to use a binder, go ahead. I don't know that I see a need for it, but sometimes I do. Black pepper is going to help us build a nice bark. Okay. Do the same thing on the fat cap side. All right. Let's go get the pit fired up and get this bad boy going. Got here a nice greasy paper towel, flat top. A little bit of charcoal here as well. Okay. All right, the pit is about 170, 180 degrees or so, 175. Perfect time for me to put the brisket on. I'm gonna go furthest away from the firebox. Get this thing absorbing some smoke. let it sit out, and this way you're not shocking it with that intense heat, especially with this reverse flow with that metal plate. Like I said, this thing's like a George Foreman of offsets, and you don't want this thing to curl up on you. So we'll let it come up to temperature nice and slow. It's at 175. Let it get some of that good smoke. Alrighty folks, we're somewhere in that 6-hour mark roughly. All right, let's give her a good feel here. See where she's at. Ooh, nice and crispy on the outside. Still got a ways to go. Which I'm okay with. Not a whole lot of pooling. Just been a nice low and slow. Oof, really tough in here. All right, well, it is what it is. That's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. We'll turn the heat up and let her keep going. All right, folks. We are about 9 hours in on this whole ordeal. That's what she's looking like. The beauty of the hot hold is, although it's not like super tender, it's not, you know, we were probing somewhere in that 180, 190 range, but again, it's gonna sit. My oven, the lowest temperature my oven goes to is about 175. So being that it's gonna sit, you have to cater your cooks to your situation, right? My oven goes to 175, so it's gonna continue to cook, and I probably won't slice into it for 18 hours, realistically. So it'll get tender between now and then, I should say, at 170 degrees. So let's wrap it up tight. It's gonna be really, 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 really good eating here. So good. If you haven't done so yet, head on over to GardenStateBBQ.com. Hit the merch store. Get yourselves a t-shirt. I have a giveaway going on across all platforms. Enter so you can get yourselves a Garden State BBQ hoodie. We'll get this in the oven for an overnight hot hold at 175. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Alright guys, the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's slice up this brisket. It's been in a hot hold for, geez, I can't do math, but it's been in a hot hold for a long time. Oh, super, super, super tender. Obviously with a, you know, foil wrapped hot hold, some of the bark is going to wash out. I'll put it back in here after we slice it. All right. Feeling, I mean, insanely tender. We'll just go ahead and start at the beginning here. I also have to get me like a true warmer, right? My oven goes to 175 at the lowest. Things are gonna get super tender. Unfortunately, when I did the cross section of the brisket, I didn't make sure the camera was in focus, and this was the best shot that I got. Insanely tender. This slice is definitely not gonna hold up, but I'll tell you what, it might. If I hold the broken piece, you know. But let's go in for a bite here. Some of the fat. Come here, Pat. Just go in. Just go in on it. Oh, so good. Good seasoning.
I'm just melted. That's incredible.
Some of the fat cap was a little. Should have trimmed it down more, but tender. Wow. Delicious. Let's check out some of this point. Ooh, let's get a little bit of this this burnt end here. Let's give that a whirl real quick. That's heaven right there. Cheers. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's like a flavor bomb.
Oh my God.
That's good, man. Oh. Wow. Wow. Super tender, moist. There's not much more I could ask for out of a brisket. Granted, you know, and I'll tell you what, I got that fat cap dialed in really nice over the point. Nice and yellow. Definitely rendered and gelatinous. I'm really happy with that. No give, no pushback in the fat cap at all. Just melts right out. Guys, if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you aren't subscribed, please subscribe. I appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you turn the notifications on so whenever I post a video, you guys know what's going on. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Until then, I'll see you guys on the next one.